Hole 10. Back nine starting with a shot that's pretty easy, but you can actually miss the Mando quite easily if you yank your forehand. There's just a straight to fading forehand, or actually hyzer forehand if you got the power. Or you can do a turnover if you're touchy. Little slip, but still in the circle. It's the cameraman going at it again. He's actually right-handed. Oh, clean shot, stay left. Made the Mando.
Blaming the slip on the tee on that one actually.
Yeah. Well, this hole, once again, it's so easy. If you just don't miss the Mando, you're always in the circle. Always.
Chill out, dude.
Once again, nice hole. 4 out of 5. It's not perfect, but it's really nice. Difficulty 3, because you can actually miss the Mando, but it's usually an easy birdie.
And you can get a lefty birdie if you want.
Yeah, well, I can, but you can. Hole 11. Once again, super satisfying throw of the tee. 281 meters. You can probably get about 160 of the tee if you hit the line. We're just trying to throw something that turns slightly and just glides forever. Okay. And you have a forehand approach. I'd say this might be one of the more difficult holes on the course. It might even be 3.5 or 4 out of 5 difficulty. Cool. Oh yeah. That's the one. Oh, what a shot! You might just get a lefty birdie from there.
Should we try it out?
I'll just rip it on the right side, try to get under the branches. Let's see. Just like this. And then hopefully it skips a bit. Yeah, I think I'm almost parked there.
Crazy, because I thought you'd go forehand every time.
From here.
Yeah.
No, but just because you can get under the branches so easily. With the forehand you have to swing it. Under the branches. So I'd only give this hole about 3 out of 5. Even though the drive is really nice, the approach is kind of clumsy. The drive is not that hard, but it's hard to get to the perfect spot. You have to throw something really high, ideally a turnover pretty high, and just gliding all the way to the right. I think the basket is about this way, so you have to make a pretty severe turn.
Do you go over the trees?
No. Just about maybe 10-15 meters high in the air with a mid-range and just gliding to the right.
Okay.
Yeah, we'll see it from the sweet spot. If there wasn't that one tree in the gap, this would be a pretty simple approach, but now you have to shape it, so it's not so easy. I think I will try to miss the middle tree to the right. Yeah, this is what makes this hole difficult, because you can throw a really good drive and the approach is still pretty tricky. Let's see. A little high as a flip on the right side. Hopefully get over the pond. Well, it's not in the water.
Safe?
Yeah. It's a bit scary, but I think I will throw it. I will use this disc because I don't give a if this goes in the water. So, I mean, as you can see, this is probably the trickiest spot you can find on the course. There's no other hole where you can find a spot like this, where you're struggling. Yeah, you're struggling. You have OB, you have trees, you have a lake, whatever.
And now you have an understable disc to throw a turnover.
Yes, which it would be better for an overstable, but I don't want to lose any other disc. Check this, I will go between the two big trees and turn over. Never mind. It's safe. So yeah, even though I'm struggling and it's a difficult hole, just a 30-meter pitch for bogey. Yeah, so it's, I mean, unless you go in the water, even if you do what I did, so struggle really bad, you're probably only gonna take a bogey at most. So the most difficult hole on the course, I'd rate this one 4 out of 5 in difficulty, so still nowhere near the most difficult holes we are playing, but somewhat difficult. I'd say this is about as easy to birdie as it is to bogey. That was dead center, dude. This one is a bit more mundane. 13, still a good hole. Definitely not difficult. I think it's maybe 2 out of 5 because it's just right there. We're playing to the longer basket, so not the FPO one. But you're not gonna bogey this hole unless you throw a forehand to the right side OB. That's really the only way.
How long is OB long?
I think it's pretty far, at least 10. So if you have some touch, you're not gonna go there. Little 108 downhill, probably plays 98. Just a little touchy backhand. Oh, Mr. Branch. No! Okay, that's how you get a par on this hole. Or maybe I should. Because that... Oof. Did it look that difficult? I don't think so. I ain't gonna film. Yeah, you see this? I mean, this was probably the worst backhand I can throw here because it was just way inside. And even still, I have 25. So, makeable putt. Just a little slope. You don't wanna blast it past the basket, but I think I'm just gonna make this. Yeah, as I said, it's a pretty easy hole. Even if you throw a bad driver like this, you can always just tap it in from 25. Once again, easy hole. As I said on the tee putt, 2.5 on the difficulty. So really not difficult. Almost not at all. It's a little bit difficult. The thing is, you can go OB if you throw a bad forehand, but otherwise you would never bogey this hole. Probably birdie it 50% of the time. And I'd say still a good one. Once again, it's probably 4.2 out of 5. Because it's just so satisfying. It's all of these holes. You come to the hole and then you think, oh, it's just a normal hole. And then you look at the hole and you go, oh, it's actually quite beautiful. And then you throw the hole and then you go, just... Hole 14. The best hole in the world for Daniel Davidson, at least in the 2021 European Junior Championships, where he smoked the field by about 10 strokes in MJ18. The thing is, 256 meters. Want to throw flat to a hyzer shot off the tee, get as far left as possible. So hit the gap, get left, and hopefully you can see the basket from there. Throw about 110 meters on the approach. Ah, left. Come left. Rookie mistake. You don't want to go right, you want to go left. And it's just the most beautiful course. No, 105. So far. I guess I'll just throw this. Maybe let's throw the dog. Just trying to hit it a little hyzer towards the basket. But I want to be here, and that's pretty reasonable. With a good shot, I think if I push it inside, it's gonna be just right here. And then it's an easy stall. Waiting for those Fritjof stalls, the flat ones, they're gonna be good. Just too easy from here. That's the way to go. I think this one might be 2.5 on the difficulty scale, and once again just an amazing hole. 4.5 on the how much I like it. Really nice. This course is probably gonna average around 4.4 for me, I think. Oh, hello! Number 15 with Dan and Burr. He's not going to be here though. I think he's probably scared of the Europeans. Specifically, he's going to be scared of me actually. Because I'm definitely winning this tournament. Hole 15, 228. New OB on the left, so you want to throw something straight as far as you can. Ideally towards the FPO basket that you can see somewhere over there. And yeah, just throw something straight, don't fade left. There hasn't been any OB on this hole in the past, so this year you actually have to control the angle. Let's see. You can drive it pretty far here as well. I would call that perfect. From here it's pretty easy. I'd say that this hole is probably 3.5 in difficulty because you can actually go OB pretty easily off the drive. And even on the approach if you're really bad. Yeah, about 75 here, a little downhill. Should be pretty chill. Still parked. Easy birdie. I feel like I played that hole pretty good, but I feel like many people are gonna do the same thing. It's not like I'm special or anything. So the lead card started really late. I believe around 7 p.m. or maybe even 7:30. And because they had a lot of pressure to play or complete the round before it became fully dark, they played some record-breaking time of maybe 2 hours and 15 minutes for the entire round on the lead card, which is insane. And I was caddying for Ronnie, and I think Jeff Spring was here, so the whatever CEO of Disc Golf Pro Tour, and he was asking the lead card, do you guys want to play really quickly before the dark comes? Because it was already pretty dark here. You almost couldn't see the entire flight of the disc. Or do you want to play tomorrow in the morning? And of course they said no, fuck no. I mean, we're gonna play right now. Yeah. And then they just sped through the course. It was so fast. I think they played the back nine in probably under 1 hour, which is pretty insane. All right, hole 16, par 5. The drive is difficult, a little bit difficult. It's still pretty wide, but if you hit the drive down there 110, 120 meters straight, you're gonna have usually a pretty easy shot at birdie. Yeah. Skip right. Oh yeah. Absolutely perfect spot. If there's some really far throwing player, they throw either a forehand around the corner or something that flips and turns over late. I think this hole is, you can put it within putting distance. And even, I think Ronnie was here when I was caddying for him in the dark. And from just around here, or a bit further, I think he put it to 20 meters. So it's definitely doable, just maybe not for me.
How far could Ronnie throw at peak Ronnie?
I think he's got me by 10 meters at that time. But yeah, I think I could get, with a perfect shot, I could probably get to 35 from here. Hopefully, I'll try to show it. Hold. Oh no, it's fading. Nah, not terrible though. This faded out really, really bad. But I still have just a pitch to the basket, just 40 meters. This would be actually to make it 4 birdies in a row, I just realized from the first shot. Yeah. Easy. Too easy. Great hole though. I'd say this is probably, once again, I'd say this is 4.2 out of 5. Maybe 4.4. Difficulty not there though. 2. Maybe 2.5. Because the drive is kind of tricky. It can be. Huh. Pretty clean. Sover du på hotell? Ja, också vi. Dude, it's so nice. You got so lucky with the run. Okay. So no luck, just skill. So you just want to be straight, basically. Rather right than left, if you don't want to go OB. And going left, but it's good. Ooh, close to OB, but perfect still.
Really?
Yeah. 67 meters, plays like 90. Probably. Oh yeah! Tung tung! I think Niklas missed from here.
That's 8.5, 9.
Yeah, but it was 21, the European Championships.
Yeah.
And I believe he would have had a 2-stroke lead if he made it here. But he missed, so he had to still battle on the last one.
And he won?
Yeah, he won. Linus missed his spot from 13, maybe 15.
Not you though.
I'm not Niklas. I'm not our European champion. Yeah, hole 18. Nice finishing hole. You just throw a flat putter down there, or a mid-range. Or, yeah, I don't think anybody is going to be throwing a fairway here, even if they throw really short. So.
Noah threw a fairway last year.
This is where Niklas Anttila will be crowned as the Konopiście Open champion. And I will be 28. I don't have a straight putter, so I'm gonna club up to the straight mid-range. There you go. That's nice. I think I might be in the way actually. Yeah. Almost bullseye. Bang bang. Alright, very nice. That was it for the round. Hole 18, I'd say beautiful finishing hole, probably 4 out of 5. And the difficulty 3 out of 5. But it's not that easy to park, but you're also not gonna bogey this up. Alright. Thank you guys for watching. I'm thinking of doing this series on every single Elite Series course in Europe. So we're gonna have this one in Konopiste, then we're gonna have Ale, Krok Hall, PCS and Turku Open. So all of those courses I'm gonna rank, and the average grade for the difficulty of this course was gonna be here. It was a pretty easy course, as you can see, and the average grade for the holes, as far as what I think about them overall, is here. And we're gonna have a little comparison at the end of the season about which course is the best. I think this one is gonna be second best or third best. I think Ale is gonna be number 1, Krok Hall or this one might be number 2. But yeah, thank you guys for watching. Thank you to Ben Holding for filming. See you in the next one.
Eye for an eye. Bye bye.